Narcissists behave in this specific manner every single day once you make the choice to disregard them. And these patterns are truly alarming. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's discussion, we are taking a close look at the complicated habits of narcissists that you might have observed but never fully grasped. Our primary objective is to investigate the daily routines of narcissists, particularly how they function when they sense they are being avoided. Prepare yourselves as we begin a fascinating exploration into the realm of narcissistic behavior. Have you ever witnessed the erratic ways a narcissist acts? How can they shift so rapidly between two extremes, leaving you feeling utterly bewildered? Transitioning from being a complete stranger to displaying intense interest and then suddenly acting as if you do not exist can be incredibly bizarre and distressing. This volatile behavior is a standard tool employed by narcissists, and it serves a very deliberate purpose. After showering someone with a great deal of attention, narcissists frequently turn away and withdraw. Even though it appears disorganized, there is a clear logic behind this conduct. Their aim is to diminish the person they are with, finding satisfaction in making the other individual feel anxious and causing them to question their own self-worth and inner peace. Acquiring validation of their own significance is the primary goal for narcissists. They enjoy drawing you in, sparking your curiosity, and then acting as though they are indifferent. They skillfully convince both you and themselves that they are unaffected by whether you are present or not, which creates a deceptive sense of authority. You end up becoming a minor pawn in their game of control, and they take pleasure in the tension you experience due to their unpredictable decisions. When a narcissist abruptly stops communicating with you and receives the reaction they desire, stress, confusion, and a frantic search for answers, it plays directly into their hands. Your anxiety and your attempts to resolve the situation nourish their ego, providing them with the focus and importance they deeply desire. This calculated reaction aligns perfectly with their objectives, especially when they utilize the love-bombing tactic of offering total devotion followed by a swift departure. In this scenario, narcissists are talented performers who realize they can simply wait and observe the chaos unfold. As soon as they shut you out, they settle back, wait, and above all, watch for your frantic response. They anticipate that you will be unsettled and hope you will reach out to plead for an explanation or reassurance. This deceptive back and forth often yields results for the narcissist. By applying this strategy with their partners or anyone else in their circle, they typically achieve the reaction they were seeking. Regrettably, this cycle can persist indefinitely, leaving the other person in a state of perpetual dread and uncertainty. This is the harsh reality of interacting with a narcissist. Consider a situation where your response is not what they anticipate. Imagine yourself behaving with the same lack of concern when someone withdraws and ignores you. Initially, they might assume it is merely a brief stage, believing you will certainly return because they assume you are so captivated by them that you cannot stay away for long. But what occurs if that return never happens? What if you maintain your distance, mirroring their lack of interest, and simply proceed with your life as usual? In moments such as these, narcissists begin to experience a quiet sense of panic. Uncertainty begins to grow regarding their own tactics, their assumptions, and even their own self-confidence. Questions start to fill their minds. Did I misinterpret this? Perhaps they are not as captivated as I imagined. Could I actually lose them if I continue playing this game of acting distant? Because of their inherent nature, they will eventually resurface to attempt to rebuild the connection with you. Frequently, they act as if nothing is wrong, inquiring how you are with a casual, "Hello, stranger. How have you been? What is new? Why haven't we spoken? What has been keeping you so busy?" It is as if they were not the ones who initiated the silence in the first place. Following this, they monitor your reaction intensely, searching for indications of anxiety, devotion, or detachment to determine if you truly still care. Their main objective is to verify how much you still admire them. If they sense your interest is declining, they escalate the love bombing. They dedicate more time to you, attempt to charm you, and concentrate on minor gestures that make you feel valued. Their ultimate goal is to make you care more deeply so they can ignore you once again, retreat, and feel empowered knowing your unhappiness and stress stem from their actions. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Visualize yourself deciding to ignore a narcissist right back when they give you the cold shoulder. Instead of chasing after them, imagine a scenario where they choose to stay away and you respond by making that distance even greater. This decision might leave the narcissist stunned, particularly if they viewed you as a reliable source of ego boosts in the past. This happens not because you are engaging in a game, but because you easily surpass them at their own maneuvers, making you the individual they become fixated on. This sequence of events can catch the narcissist off guard. They have always maintained the belief that they were the most intelligent person with the superior plan, seeing themselves as the director and you as someone they can manipulate. So, how is it that you appear to be winning? Approaching you with absolute certainty, the narcissist assumed you would surrender, thinking you required them far more than they would ever require you. However, they are now hesitant because the reality does not align with their expectations. When you make the choice to ignore the narcissist, replicate their coldness, and display no interest, the narcissist often enters a period of intense overthinking. They wonder why you are behaving in a manner that contradicts their strategy, which leads to feelings of skepticism and resentment. Interestingly, these negative emotions only serve to make them pay more attention to you. Occasionally, when a person can perfectly replicate the narcissist's way of behaving, the narcissist may become more intrigued by that person than the person is by them. If you act the same way they do, the narcissist might become obsessed with deciphering who you are, searching for your vulnerabilities and trying to grasp how you defeated them. Narcissists are incredibly competitive and expect to triumph every time. Consequently, they struggle to process when they fail. Therefore, mirroring a narcissist can be a very powerful way to manage them. However, it is essential to keep in mind that this should not be a game and is not a permanent solution. The ultimate aim should be to remove yourself from the environment entirely. When a narcissist encounters someone they previously looked down upon or didn't value and discovers that this person is different and unpredictable, it compels them to think deeply. They might even speculate if there are ways that you and they are actually similar in the end. It baffles them why your conduct differs from what they anticipated, why you are not easy to read, and why you do not follow the standard rules. Being able to forecast someone is very vital for narcissists when it concerns the people they exploit for attention. They find comfort and a sense of dominance in knowing how their target will typically react and behave. However, when that person deviates from this expected trajectory, the narcissist may become very preoccupied with them. It can be unsettling for the narcissist when you begin acting in unforeseen ways, demonstrating a level of strength and resilience that they did not anticipate. You no longer inhabit the small box the narcissist designed for you. This lack of predictability combined with your obvious power may make the narcissist feel restless and unfocused. Often, this preoccupation transforms into a genuine obsession. The narcissist's mind becomes crowded with thoughts about you, leading to numerous questions. They wonder why you aren't doing what they desire, how you became so empowered, and if there is a way for them to regain their influence. These questions constantly rotate in the narcissist's thoughts without them intending for it to happen. The narcissist begins to invest a massive amount of emotional energy into you as they grapple with these reflections. Thinking about you for days, weeks, or even months means they are making a significant emotional investment. While they struggle with your unpredictable essence, this emotional focus only intensifies. Narcissists often realize they expend a lot of vitality on people who do not adhere to the plan they constructed. The individuals who receive the most focus and energy from a narcissist are usually those who can outmaneuver or stand up to them. Managing a situation where a narcissist is emotionally fixated on you can be difficult because detaching becomes more complex as time passes. Because of this, it is very vital to establish and maintain a gap from the narcissist. You should avoid providing them with reasons to remain focused on you. While it might feel like you are winning a battle initially, it can lead to them becoming uncontrollably attached to you, which introduces a poisonous energy into your life. Over time, if the narcissist has constructed a strong emotional bond, leaving them can trigger major issues. Choosing to walk away immediately and letting go is a much superior path. Avoid getting involved in exhausting dialogues with them, as this only makes their investment deeper and makes it harder for you to exit the unhealthy relationship. When you are confronted with a narcissist who is ignoring you, applying that same attitude back is the most effective move. The worst thing you can do is long for their attention or try to get back in their favor. It is essential to stay out of that snare. Instead, replicating their behavior by ignoring them keeps your pride and self-respect intact. However, you must identify when you are dealing with someone who is just playing games. Once you see it, preparing your exit is a necessity. Staying in these conditions for too long can damage your mental and emotional well-being, which is why prioritizing your departure is so crucial. Narcissists possess a specific mindset defined by a relentless drive for victory and a public show of certainty. However, when they are faced with scenarios they cannot regulate or people they cannot forecast, they can become deeply fixated on specific individuals or matters. This hyper-focus, though unhealthy, is a clear sign of how their minds operate. Additionally, narcissists may enter a mental loop if they realize their grasp of a situation was actually incorrect. This leads to a draining obsession with trying to understand and reclaim control of the environment. It is a known reality that narcissists often want others to pursue them. If you choose to ignore them and they respond by chasing you instead, it is vital to stay firm in ending the connection, regardless of what they do to try to win you back. The first step in guarding yourself against a narcissist is identifying how toxic the relationship really is. Equipped with an understanding of their thought patterns and the maneuvers they use, you can plan your escape while mirroring their behavior when they ignore you can be a good strategic step. Your final objective must be to terminate the unhealthy relationship for good. Putting your mental and emotional health first is the most significant thing you can do. In conclusion, navigating difficult relationships becomes much simpler when you have a full awareness of the mind games and manipulations narcissists employ. If you found this information beneficial, do not forget to subscribe and give this a thumbs up. Please share your own views and personal accounts in the comment section below. Until our next session, take care of yourself and remain in control of your own life. When dealing with a narcissist who chooses to ignore you, utilizing that exact same coldness in return is undoubtedly your most influential strategy. The most damaging error you could possibly make is to thirst for their validation or scramble to regain their approval. It is absolutely essential that you remain outside of that psychological snare. Instead, by duplicating their silence, you safeguard your personal dignity and maintain your self-respect. However, you must be sharp enough to detect when you are interacting with someone who is merely rotating through manipulation tactics. Once you recognize the pattern, organizing your final exit becomes an urgent priority. Lingering in these environments for an extended duration can severely fracture your psychological and emotional well-being, which is precisely why making your departure the top priority is so vital. Narcissists operate with a very specific internal framework, one characterized by an unyielding hunger for dominance and a loud public display of self-assurance. Yet, when they encounter circumstances they cannot dictate or individuals they cannot easily forecast, they often spiral into an intense fixation on those specific people. This state of hyperfocus, while fundamentally unhealthy, serves as a transparent window into the mechanics of their mind. Furthermore, a narcissist may fall into a repetitive mental cycle if they suddenly grasp that their perception of a situation was entirely flawed. This realization triggers an exhausting preoccupation with trying to decode the truth and claw back a sense of authority over the situation. It is a well-documented reality that these individuals thrive on being pursued by others. If you make the conscious decision to shut them out and they respond by chasing you instead, you must remain unshakable in your resolve to end the tie, no matter what grand gestures or promises they use to lure you back. Protecting yourself begins with the honest acknowledgement of just how poisonous the dynamic has become. Once you are armed with a deep understanding of their cognitive habits and the tactical tricks they play, you can effectively map out your liberation. While reflecting their behavior back at them is a clever short-term move, your ultimate mission has to be the permanent termination of the toxic bond. Prioritizing your own mental peace and emotional stability is the most profound action you can take for your future. To wrap things up, managing these high-conflict relationships becomes significantly more manageable when you possess a comprehensive awareness of the psychological games and deceptive maneuvers that narcissists rely on. If you found these insights valuable, please remember to subscribe and like this content. We encourage you to contribute your own perspectives and personal journeys in the comments area below. Until we speak again, stay mindful of your boundaries and keep a firm grip on the direction of your own life. Maintaining your distance while a narcissist tries to pull you back in is the ultimate test of your resolve, and staying firm is necessary to break the cycle for good. When you finally stop providing the emotional reactions they crave, you effectively starve their ego, which forces them to look elsewhere or escalate their tactics. It is during this escalation that you must be most vigilant, as they may attempt to use mutual friends, social media, or even false emergencies to break your silence. By recognizing these maneuvers as nothing more than desperate attempts to regain leverage, you strip them of their power over your emotions. This journey toward healing requires you to shift all that energy you once spent on understanding them back onto yourself. Cultivating self-awareness and rebuilding your confidence are the best defenses against future manipulation. As you move forward, remember that your silence is not just a tactic, but a boundary that protects your peace and allows you to build a life free from toxic influence. Staying educated on these behavioral traits ensures that you are never caught off guard again, giving you the upper hand in your own personal growth. By choosing yourself over the chaos, you reclaim the narrative of your life and ensure that no one else can dictate your value or your happiness. Embracing this new chapter with strength and clarity is the final step in truly winning, as the narcissist no longer holds a place in your mind or your heart. Breaking the chains of a narcissistic bond requires more than just a temporary retreat. It demands a total transformation of how you perceive your own worth. As you continue to hold your ground, the narcissist may attempt to rewrite history, painting themselves as the victim to anyone who will listen. This smear campaign is a standard reaction to losing their grip on you, intended to force you into a defensive position where you feel the need to explain or justify your actions. You must resist the urge to defend yourself, as any engagement only serves to reopen the door you have worked so hard to close. Silence in the face of false accusations is perhaps the most difficult yet most empowering stance you can take, as it demonstrates that their opinion no longer carries weight in your reality. Over time, the frantic energy they directed toward you will dissipate when they realize their provocations no longer yield a harvest of high conflict emotion. This period of transition is where you rediscover the interests, friendships, and goals that were pushed aside during the relationship. Reconnecting with your authentic self is the ultimate act of defiance against a person who sought to mold you into a reflection of their own needs. As you grow stronger, you will find that the patterns that once seemed so confusing and painful are now easily identifiable and entirely avoidable. Trusting your intuition becomes your new compass, guiding you away from similar personalities and toward healthy, reciprocal connections. Every day that you choose your own peace over their drama, you are solidifying a foundation of independence that cannot be easily shaken. The path ahead is one of self-discovery and quiet strength, where the noise of the past is eventually replaced by the clarity of your own voice. Holding on to this clarity ensures that you remain the sole author of your future, completely detached from the shadows of narcissistic control. As you solidify your independence, it is essential to prepare for the inevitable moment when the narcissist attempts to hoover or suck you back into their orbit. These attempts often come disguised as profound realizations, fake apologies, or even nostalgia for the good times you once shared. It is vital to see these gestures for what they truly are: calculated efforts to test your boundaries and see if the door is still ajar. A narcissist does not change their core nature. They simply change their mask to suit the current situation. By staying grounded in the reality of your past experiences rather than the fantasy they try to sell you, you protect yourself from falling back into the same exhausting loop. True healing involves accepting that you may never get the closure or the apology you deserve from them, and realizing that your own progress is the only closure you actually need. Building a support system of people who truly understand and validate your experience can be a game changer during this phase of your journey. Surrounding yourself with individuals who respect your boundaries and encourage your growth helps to counteract the years of gaslighting and emotional erosion you may have endured. This is also the time to invest deeply in self-care and mental health resources that focus on trauma recovery and boundary setting. As the fog of confusion continues to lift, you will begin to notice a newfound sense of lightness and agency in your daily life. The energy that was once consumed by the narcissist's constant demands and dramas can now be channeled into your passions, your career, and your genuine relationships. You are no longer a supporting character in someone else's distorted play. You are the lead in your own life. Every step forward is a victory, and every day of no contact is a testament to your resilience. Stay focused on your vision for a peaceful future, knowing that the strength you gained through this struggle is now your greatest asset. Achieving total emotional liberation means reaching a point where the narcissist's actions no longer trigger a physiological or emotional response within you. This state of indifference is the true win, as it signifies that they have lost their ability to occupy space in your mind. While the initial stages of recovery are often fueled by anger or a desire for justice, the final stage is characterized by a quiet, profound sense of peace. You begin to realize that the narcissist's behavior was never actually about you. It was a reflection of their own internal void and their inability to form genuine human connections. This realization acts as a powerful shield, preventing their past insults or future attempts at contact from piercing your sense of self. You no longer feel the need to check their social media, ask mutual friends about them, or wonder if they have changed for someone else. You understand that their patterns are circular and that they are destined to repeat the same toxic cycles with anyone they encounter. As this clarity takes root, you will find that your capacity for joy and creativity expands significantly. The mental bandwidth that was once dedicated to survival and hypervigilance is now free to explore new possibilities and personal milestones. You may find yourself setting more ambitious goals or engaging in hobbies that once felt out of reach during the period of emotional exhaustion. This is the time to celebrate your resilience and the courage it took to choose a difficult path toward freedom over a comfortable path of submission. Your journey has equipped you with a rare level of psychological insight, making you more empathetic toward yourself and more discerning toward others. You are now a person who knows the value of their own peace and is unwilling to trade it for anything or anyone. The ultimate irony is that by trying to break you, the narcissist inadvertently forced you to become your strongest, most authentic version. Moving forward, your life becomes a testament to the fact that healing is possible and that a bright, stable future is well within your grasp. You are standing on solid ground now, and the horizon is entirely yours to define. In this final phase of your journey, the objective shifts from merely surviving the conflict to thriving in your newfound autonomy. You must acknowledge that the narcissist's greatest fear is not your anger, but your total indifference. When you reach the stage where their name no longer causes your heart to race and their absence feels like a gift rather than a loss, you have truly reclaimed your power. This transformation requires you to stop looking in the rearview mirror and start focusing entirely on the landscape ahead of you. The lessons you have learned about manipulation and control serve as a permanent toolkit, ensuring that you can navigate future interactions with a sense of mastery and calm. You are now equipped to spot the subtle red flags of toxic behavior from miles away, allowing you to protect your energy before it ever gets drained again.